Hey there YouTube. Now I just thought I'd make a video about a new piece of kit that I've got. It's not really to do with gaming, although it can be. And anyway, this is my own personal channel I'm putting it on first, and a shared channel if you're watching this on the N-Team channel, which I think I might put it on because it is fairly nerdy. It is this little circuit board here, the Raspberry Pi. It is basically a programmable computer for £25. It contains enough energy to run Linux, enough power inside of it to mess around with. It is limited, but it's £25. It's not meant to be a powerhouse. It is meant to just be a small computer that you can just do whatever you want with. I mean, as I mentioned before, gaming, it can be used to play small games. People are currently making it work with MAME. So you could, if you wanted to, pay £25, turn this into a MAME device and just have your own little arcade. It works with a lot of things. It has its own operating systems, which are loaded onto it through the SD card at the bottom. And it requires, well, it uses a phone power jack, as you can see there. It has a HDMI port, an Ethernet port, which is very useful for anyone who knows Linux. I am just getting into it, so I don't know the ins and outs. I know that this comes with, I think it's Debian Squeeze. It can be upgraded to Debian Wheezy. I've heard of Raspbian, but I'm not certain if that's a better or worse. As I said, I'm trying. I've gotten this so I can learn Linux better. So if you've come here to try and learn how does Linux work, DakanaGarrettson, well, I don't know. Not yet. That's what this is here for. And you've got the, as I say, USB ports and the sockets for old sound and old visual, which no one's going to use. And you might have noticed it is very bare. That's intentional. It's not meant to be a big flashy product that everybody wants, you know, the new iPad. It's meant to be a small, cheap, emphasis on the cheap, piece of kit to encourage people to code, program, put things on here. And I've seen a lot of good things done with it. People have made this work with robots. They've built robots working off of programs they've put onto this. I've seen people make toys with it using circuit boards and other electronic parts. As I'm not that up with the lingo. Hopefully I will be soon, because I'm going to be using this for a lot of different things. People, as I said, have used it for games. There have even been people, well, person, who has put Quake 3 Arena on this thing, which should give you an idea of what power it actually holds. Something this small. Sorry, I thought I saw something up there. Something this small, holding the power to play Quake 3 Arena. Now, I know you're probably thinking that was last generation of games. Yes, but on this thing, that is pretty amazing. And if you don't want it to look bare, you can get a box. Now, I will be the first to say it is a pig to put in the actual box, but if you want to be secure, and this was not made for a box. The box was made for it, if that makes sense. And so it wasn't made to fit in a box, it was just meant to be as it is, as a small experiment. It was never meant to take off as it did, I don't think. But it did, obviously. And so here it is. I'm hopefully going to be producing videos showing what I'm actually doing with this. If I make any progress with it, do any coding, manage to get any games running, I'm hoping to try and get MAME working on here if I can. I'll see if I can get any emulators working for it. I don't know if they could be handled or supported on this, simply because of the type of data needed. I know that there is a limitation. I did read it, I did remember it, but just because now I've come to record, I've forgotten. But yeah, this, if you're interested in coding, electronics, robotics, anything like that, or just fancy something, I mean, this can turn your television, if you've got the time, into a smart TV. You could use this, go on the internet, go onto BBC iPlayer, go onto YouTube, go onto anything, with this. You do need to have yourself a keyboard and mouse. Wireless keyboard and mouse do work. Because... Right, Father?
Yes?
Could you come here for a moment?
No.
No, it is important.
Exactly there. I'm not coming there. It's important.
Yes, as you can see, he's very, very... Yes, he's a miserable old man. So, yes. The Raspberry Pi, what would you say about it, basically? Would you endorse it?
It's a very good invention because it fulfills a role that hasn't been fulfilled for a long time. That of encouraging young people to produce their own games, their own software, instead of depending upon large corporations. And also, it's a very good computer if you want to run XBMC on your television. So you don't have to buy a smart television that costs hundreds of pounds more. You just need a Raspberry Pi, which, as I am sure as my son has informed you, is a very good price.
Yes, just £25. You could get it for a little bit lower, a little bit higher, but around that price. But anyway, thank you very much, sir. He is the Linux expert of the house. As for me, I do not know. You're the Linux expert of the house. Come on. Considering the rest of us haven't got a clue. Unless you are secretly a Linux master. And you're just not telling us. Are you? Are you a Linux master? Didn't think so. Okay, so yeah. You've got me saying what I want to say about it. You've got a brief cameo from my father saying what he wants to say about it. So yeah, I will be making more videos about this, what I do with it, what I put on it, and just what I think about it, really. I know there are lots of people out there that have done better jobs at telling you about it than me, but I like it. I like the idea, I like what it does, what it's capable of, and the fact that it can encourage people, as my father said, encourage people to experiment and mess around and just do things and create their own electronic stuff rather than depending on other people's stuff. It's not that it's a bad thing using software from other people. It's not. It's a very good thing. There's no problem with it at all. But encourage them to say, you like it, give it a try. And that's what I'm saying. If this looks interesting to you, give it a try. Not many people have heard of the Raspberry Pi, and so that's all I'm doing. I'm coming out here and saying, look, it's not going to cost the earth £25 for something like this, which in the end of the day, if you don't like programming, you can plug into your television and use it as a smart TV. You can't go wrong, really. I don't think you can. Anyway, that's me done for now. Yes, that was me looking at the computer, because I need to see what I look like. And yeah, I'll be back later with, well, one of the days, with more videos about gaming, about topics that interest me, interest the other members, and about this thing. So yeah, if you like one, buy one. If you don't, buy one anyway. Why not? 25 quid. What are you going to spend that on? A game? Heh. Yeah, don't spend money on games there. So, oh yeah. Ignore the thing behind me. And I will see you next time.